The rest are just details.
Oh, hang on a second. Alexa off. Well, we're gonna just get right into it. Today we had some yoga, and and okay, let's back up here a second. So today we did something new. We went to a new yoga. How you say?
Yoga?
Yoga. As your mom would say, we went yogaing.
We went yogaing, yeah.
We went yogaing, but we went to a new hot studio today. It was kind of cool, and that was a new experience for us today. And always when we hang on a second. Here we go. There you are, Kim. Hi.
Hi, Jeff.
So we went
Hi,
to
Jeff.
Yeah, hi, Jeff. Hi, Kim. So we went to the new studio today, and it was pretty cool. It was hot, right?
Yeah, it was heated. I feel like it wasn't quite as humid. They weren't adding as much moisture to the room, I don't think. But it's still really good.
No, it was really good. I mean, it was like an hour of, it was just like a total hour of just hot yoga, but it wasn't like extremely hot. It was, and the moves, I think it was really pretty funny because I'm used to like the third flow being like, okay, third flow is the hardest, and we're going to kick your ass. And it was like,
It was like a bonus or vacation from your third flow. You're like, oh yeah, I'm in pigeon already.
yeah, just,
Feels so good.
yeah. Just jumping right into pigeon, man. That's pretty funny. Yeah, so hang on a second. Here we go. I lost my page. And so earlier today, we're talking about the different people we've ran into in the yoga studio and or during our travels. I mean, for example, we've gone to Chicago and Las Vegas, and recently just got back from Belize, and we go a lot of places here in Arizona, and then we even do it out in the wilderness sometimes. Just get out and do it, and have some fun.
Yeah,
But one of the we talked about that the the guy that used to bring all the cows in, and he'd bring like about the 2 gallons of water, and he would have like about probably 6 or 7 towels, and he'd create himself a levee around his yoga mat.
That guy was smart.
He was really smart, and he got done, man. He absolutely had a pond around him, and then we had the guys like Whitey Tidy. Remember Whitey Tidy?
Yeah, he wore long underwear to a hot yoga class. It was intense.
With no shirt.
What, he just went and got his ball.
He found it.
He went over there super casual and was like,
Yeah.
I wish we could have caught that instead.
Yeah.
Went and spliced into one of these
I don't know, man.
reviews because it was cute.
Here we had an overall scene here. We got like a big ass shepherd here, and I put his ball away so it wouldn't clack around the floor on his wooden floors, and he
That didn't work.
it doesn't work. He found his ball, and
No.
he started going. Yeah, so we had Whitey Tidy, then double tap, multi tap.
I talked about that today because we talked about the other gentleman who's like all smiles. And then at this new studio, there was the same thing. There's this guy looking at us, and he was just like ear to ear. Hi, are those dancing bears? Guys, I have a band. And I was like, dude, I'm going to have to go to this guy's show. Like, right up. Like, I was like, okay, thank God Jeff's here because I can just introduce them and then we can just all go. And it'll be awesome. Because he was so smiley. You can't resist a person like that. Like, if they don't frown at all in the conversation, you can't resist it. Oh, it's irritating, right? I know. Try it for a while. It's like, remember there was that book in the Bumblebee movie? The guy gave the teenager that book about the power of a smile.
The power of a smile.
It shows right here that people who smile more often have more friends. And she was like, really?
It's true, man. It's true.
Jeff's definitely the smiler of the two of us.
Yeah,
But either way, the characters at the yoga studio are definitely worth going outside of the home for a practice experience.
Yeah.
If nothing else.
Yeah, we had that one chick that she some guy was next to her and kind of crowded next. No, some woman was crowding too close to her and put her against the corner, and she was struggling getting her full poses in.
This is so hard because I feel like what gets said in the female locker room is totally off limits. But that woman was so upset after that yoga class in the locker room. She's like, I got to do it again. As she was she left the room like 100 times. Like every minute she would leave the room for water, right?
God, I mean, just like she went down, and then I just kept seeing her walking past me, and she was just getting more and more pissed every time she'd walk past us.
It's an hour long, and it was like a serious build up for her. I felt bad because I feel that way sometimes about people. Not usually at yoga, but you know.
Yeah. That's the first time I seen anyone just get out of a full hour and something yoga. That was like a long class, and I remember her just like, I'm gonna do it again right now. Because I'm just so disappointed I wasn't like by myself, or I didn't have enough room.
She wasn't in her zone. Mm-hmm. I can feel that. Mm-hmm. I can feel that.
Yeah.
That's probably why I can't pass the PE. I just haven't found my zone yet.
In your zone, yeah. Yeah, so a while back we traveled over to Las Vegas. I had a conference I had to go to and met with my partners. Remember this? Yeah. And so we ended up, have this conference we went to and met with my
I remember a little bit of this.
Yeah, you should remember just a little bit. And then we basically went there, and all the guys, myself and, my two other partners, we brought all, our spouses, fiancé and stuff. And so we were there, and so the women got separated somewhere. And so me and my one partner, Brett, man, we just like stood at the bar for a little bit and handle some scotch, make sure it was in good quality.
Yeah, I love how there was like one of you was obviously going to try to help the other one. And I don't know how like helping consume more scotch was like helping, but yeah, they were helping each other. I'm going to help you find the scotch, buddy.
Yeah, you better be careful, Code Blue.
Oh, God, it was a great night for all of us. I'm not lying. I'm looking for the photo right now.
Yeah. So we were doing the thing, and then Brett, he kind of stumbled back to his room, and I must have been the responsible adult that night or something. Yeah. I was only half slobbered, and so
yep.
I went to go find Kim and her and the two other women, and we couldn't find her. So we asked the security guard if you've seen this girl, and the security guard had the thing and like her headset, like. Yeah. Code Blue.
Roger that.
Code Blue.
Do you have the Code Blue?
and so
10-4. She's already out of the building.
She was doing questionable activities up on the top deck of this really nice restaurant, with some other people. Again, I was up there probably like a month or two, probably doing the same thing she got a Code Blue for. No one gave us shit, probably because I was with Montel. I don't know, man. Maybe Montel had like a different story with than Kimmy had that night. So anyway, we're trying to find her. She wasn't there. And these two Frenchmen come down, and they're trying to tell us where Kim is. Oh yeah, the crazy girl. She's upstairs.
That crazy girl.
That crazy girl. I can't say what they really said. It was pretty funny though. So that was the one time.
I have photos. I thought that they were. I thought they were my friends.
She thought you were friends.
Dude, they were smoking me out with their French Canadian pot.
French Canadian pot?
Yeah, they were definitely like rolling and smoking us out. And then Mandalay Bay tried to act like I was the bad guy.
Yeah, watch out, Code Blue.
Or was it the Four Seasons? Because it says Mandalay Bay on my Apple geo positioning shit. Excuse me. Stuff.
Yeah, it's all one big hotel, all a bunch of different names in the same hotel, right? So anyhow, we got just absolutely slobbered, and I found Kim, and so we had to get on a plane to Chicago the next day, sometime pretty early on, and you were pretty, wise and smart, especially after drinking, and we decided to wake up and try a local yoga studio. And we get there in a hot studio, and of course, the scotch, was pouring out at that point. And but we get there, man. Remember that that one dude, that tall dude. You have pictures?
Yes. No, I don't have pictures of the guy. I have pictures of of me on top of the big tower at Vegas. I have me as Code Blue. I do not have the tall guy who could reach the ceiling in the yoga class.
No, he could lay down and his foot could touch the ceiling if he was laying down. Then he was so big he had a personal trainer help stretch him before yoga. And I haven't seen that before, so he must have been somebody, popular enough to have a personal yoga trainer with him to stretch him before yoga.
Those chicks were having too much fun. Vegas hot yoga is pretty hot.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool practice. I liked the practice, and then even after all night and drinking stuff, and we still made it. Then we hopped on the plane and we had to hit a wedding in Chicago for one of Kim's friends, and we got in and the traffic was nuts. And by the time we got there, it was kind of late, and we took the rail all the way in, got off, and did some stuff. And so anyhow, we finally found our hotel and we made the mistake of going to the downstairs Irish bar and decided to drink again. And keep in mind, we don't drink. We just don't drink at all. We rarely drink. Probably 3 or 4 shots a year or 2 if we're lucky. And we had a lot that night too. And that's a bad idea. And then again, like in our instant wisdom, we decided to wake up and do another hot yoga class.
In the freezing cold of Chicago, November. That's kind of crazy.
God, it was colder than shit.
Yeah, it was cold.
It was cold. But the cool thing, man, we had this really cool thing we went to, and we went to this, what was that place called? Where the wedding was? The
Garfield Park.
Garfield Park, and they had this
The Garfield Park Conservatory.
Yeah, huge greenhouse. It was just absolutely phenomenal. It's older than heck, though. That really
was
cool.
Just cool, right?
Yeah. It sure was really pretty badass. And so, that was some of our cool stuff here that we did with the yoga just recently this last year. If you want to wrap up what our year was for weird yoga, right? That was pretty much our weird yoga, our yoga, highlights, I guess. Other than our normal practices that we try to do 2 or 3 times a week. And Kim's trying to talk me into do home practice.
God. Jeff likes to make fun of me, but it's really healthy to get up and do that.
Yeah, family yoga.
No, it's just important to get up and do yoga in general.
I so agree. So after we got out of this whole thing of meeting Twice Bake, the band, the yoga guy,
Today's band guy.
Yeah, his name is Twice Baked.
The Twice Baked Band, like Twice Baked Potato.
Twice Baked Potato, yeah.
But band.
Yeah, and his wife's
Look him up on IG.
Yeah, his wife's Kim, and his son's birthday is the same birthday date as Kim's daughter, right? So it was all like
Jacob and Lori share birthday, but Jacob's like a grown man who was in the hot yoga class with his dad. So
he was in the band.
In the band.
Yeah. And so we decided to today to look up some interesting stuff. And so I brought up, since my birthday's coming up and I am an Aquarius, I thought it was important to highlight the facts, about being an Aquarius. I also got this whole, I don't know if you read this, Kim, the Aquarius and Scorpio sexuality and intimacy.
I read what I could. I got the Farmer's Almanac version of the zodiac. We looked up Aquarius because my daughter's actually Capricorn, right?
Right.
And we were kind of looking at the fact that Jeff is on the cusp of Aquarius. So Aquarius starts on the 20th and your birthday's the 24th. So Lori's further from Aquarius than you are from Capricorn.
I get hurt my feelings again and me being just
no, you're just the age of Aquarius, Jeff. It's just you. But I think that this Scorpio Aquarius zodiac sign, as opposed to the compatibility, is a little bit more intriguing because I really feel like it spoke to both of our personalities very well. Yep. As far as a generic zodiac sign horoscope goes.
It's really weird. For a lot of time, I don't really take much credit for this, and especially, just now I'm starting to like to understand it, I guess. Maybe it does make sense. But maybe you can help me on this. Is that I pulled up this from this reputable site, and and what the Aquarius zodiac is, and they tell me my element is air, and my quality is fixed, and my color is light blue silver. What's my favorite color, Kim?
Totally light blue.
Blue. I don't
Gray
know why.
blue.
Yeah. My favorite day is Saturday. Uh, the ruler is Uranus and Saturn. My lucky numbers is 4, 7, 11, 22, and 29. But what was interesting though here, let me see if this is this is my strengths. Let me see if you agree with this at all. Never thought about this. It says I'm progressive, original, independent, and humanitarian.
I think you're all of those. Yes. I think that above all, you have this very neutral personality, non-judgmental, and yes.
Yeah. So again, I don't know. I mean, I've always been taught that you can read this about anybody, and everybody can be progressive, original, independent, and humanitarian. Then it says weaknesses: runs from emotional expression, temperamental, uncompromising, aloof.
Well, I told you earlier that I have a book that references the horoscope for each day, and your day is actually the day of the aloof icon. And while I find you very, I find you a little more temperamental than that reads. I think you control your temper pretty well in your older age. I do see you as a very defensive, like when it comes to some things. And yeah, in the defense of a lot of humanitarian things. So I guess that's not so bad, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to figure myself out here. And it also says that Aquarius born are shy and quiet, but on the other hand, they are eccentric and energetic. Eccentric and energetic.
Yes.
Right? And so, would you? I don't know. Again, I can think that could fit about anybody.
I guess if you feel like you're energetic a lot of time, but not a lot of people feel eccentric. That's definitely like a Cooper / Aquarian quality that not a lot of people would embrace. Your father's not very eccentric.
Eccentric.
E, right?
Eccentric.
It's eccentric.
Eccentric.
I can say it my way, right? It's 2 C's.
Why don't you say
EXCC.
Why don't you say it the right way?
I don't know how to say it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's eccentric.
No, I think you're absolutely right.
Eccentric. I could probably sound it out and spell it.
I know you can.
So it sounds like that, right?
God, it's weird. I mean, I could do like some really weird shit, and one of the things I cannot do is pronounce words or
Eccentricity.
eccentricity. When I was younger, I used to have a speech therapy class. I used to stutter a lot, and so I had what they call a speech impediment. And so I spent the younger part of my life with a tongue depressor in my mouth, trying to teach me to slow down and speak slower. Yeah, well, it seemed like it worked. I mean, I'm not stuttering as much. Years ago, my brother gave me a Jolt Cola. I started stuttering after I drank that.
Yeah, it sounds like it'll give you a stutter for sure.
Bad. And then in here, see, Aquarius is an air sign, and as such, uses his mind at every opportunity. I thought it was just kind of interesting.
I think you're very resourceful with your brain.
Yeah, that's enough about me.
And completely emotionally detached.
Let's talk about you.
What? Is it my turn?
Let's talk about you for a second. Let me take a look here. Okay, so Scorpio here. You're the water sign. You're the opposite of me. I'm the air. She's the water. Quality is fixed. Your color is scarlet, red, and rust. And your favorite day is Tuesday. And why is that?
I love Tuesday. Like that book, Tuesdays with Morey. Tuesdays with Murray. Tuesdays with Morey.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved that. And I've ever since then always been like, Tuesday, it's not Monday. It's not Friday. It's not like party day. It's just A nice day. And now it's all taco centric. So that's good.
Taco Tuesday.
Not to be confused with an eccentric taco. This is just
Eccentric,
taco
eccentric.
centric space. CENTRIC centric.
Okay. We're gonna play a new game on the podcast. Is every time you catch me mispronouncing a word, you have to like.
Oh yeah, that's a game.
You have to do something.
That's a game.
That's a game. Yeah, it's a game. We can't do that. Let me see. Let me try to page here. Oh, I thought that was pretty clear. So I highlighted this too. So your weaknesses. Let's do your strengths first. For some reason, here's your strengths. It says resourceful, brave, passionate, stubborn, a true friend. God, I would say that describes you pretty well. I mean, I'd say you're smarter than shit. Yeah, that's why I like you. That's why I fell in love with you, because you're smart.
I'm brave. Thanks, babe.
Now, when it comes to scorpions, little scorpions, you're not that brave.
Yeah, I was helping someone else with their bravery that day. A true friend.
God, thanks for leading the way on that one there. And then Scorpio is a great leader, always aware of the situation, and also features prominently in resourcefulness.
I thought we were talking about my weaknesses.
I'm done with that.
Oh, we didn't really talk about them.
You want to talk about your weaknesses?
No, I'm secretive and violent, so.
No, you're jealous.
And distrusting, which is very hard to read out loud.
Distrusting.
But I feel like it's a form of validation that they put that into this horoscope, right? So not only do I have life that forces humans to develop insecurities, on top of it, I'm predisposed by the stars.
Yeah. Wait, where's your book at? Where's your birthday book? Let's go take a look at that.
Oh, it's right there. It's behind you.
Oh, yeah? You think I can make it that far?
No, I might have to bust out the ladder. Maybe it's on the cool ladder shelf. Ugh.
Time for an intermission.
I think that's, yeah.
Let me go find this book.
Did you get my email too?
No.
I sent you an email with the...
I don't read emails.
I was going to see if you could get an email real quick to the Cooper Still Standing and pull it up.
No, it's not here.
It's on the big bookcase. It's on the big case.
Okay, well, we'll blow through that.
You want to go get... You want me to go get it?
Nah, we'll do that some other time. This you want to do it. I could pause this and we can put it together.